Hey there, these are the colors that we're using today. It's Marabu Olive Green with a coordinating biannual marker and your Ranger Dandelion and Valencia colors. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting down kind of oblongish puddle of alcohol, and I'm putting the Valencia on one side, the dandelion on the other, and I'm going to blow across them, trying not to mix them. Some's going to mix anyway, but I want the yellow spots and orange spots to be in the petals, so I don't want them completely mixed. So this is how I'm trying to do all the petals. Not all of them turn out that way, but for the most part, that's what I'm going for. And as you can see a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange, and the mixture all in the flower, and that helps give it some dimension and the shadows and the light areas of the petals. And I do go back and add here in just a little bit another petal on top. I decided I didn't like that little empty spot, so I do go back and do that. Now this is the green marker that I'm making this stem with. It's the one that coordinates with the olive green in the Marabu inks. Now here I'm doing the little short movements, and what that does is it puts down ink here and there, so it gives you a little variety of color versus just that straight line. Now on these leaf bases, I start from generally the same spot on the bottom, and I blow, and this is half of the leaf that I'm blowing at first. I want them to be flowy and not just straight, so I'm making them curve as they go up. Now here's the second one. I'm putting it in the same spot as I did the first one, and now I'm going to run it up beside it and make my leaf double the size. It creates a line in the middle that looks like the vein in the middle of the leaf, so it's pretty cool. This is a fun little thing to do, and it's straight alcohol, so your colors are pretty intense. Now here's your second one, and I'm starting at a different spot, and I may put them, and I think later on I put the dots in the same area and just move them over to make another leaf. So I'm trying to keep the base of the flower relatively small. Now here I do take, and I didn't have this listed, a black and a yellow marker also, but they're very little, so I didn't end up listing them in the beginning. So what I'm doing here is taking the black, and I'm going along the line that the alcohol ink has created for that right-sided flower, and I'm putting the dark up against that line. And after I just put in a few little marks here, but mainly that line up against the petal is really dark. And then I go to the green, and as I'm picking up some of that black and putting down the green, I'm getting the black on my marker, so I just have a rag there that I wipe that off on. And so I start having a dark with some light green, dark green, but I'm trying to make it from the right to the left, darker to lighter. And then here, in just a minute or so, I'm taking a yellow and making the lightest part to the left. Now here's where I'm adding that petal. The flower just didn't look right to me. And I couldn't get the alcohol to move over there for a second, so I used that stylus to scoot some of the alcohol and ink over into an area I couldn't get it to go. So that's a fun little trick to keep up your sleeve. I felt like the flower was disconnected from the leaves, so I am in the process here of making the leaves a little longer to try to connect the two. On this next petal, I put a drop of the ink down in the very bottom, actually more than a drop, but I really want more ink, so I take the bottle and make a line up the petal, and that way I have more ink, but I'm not making a big blob at the bottom. So keep that in mind when you're wanting bigger petals, that you don't want a big base to it. There, I think I like that better. And there you go. I hope that gave you some good ideas, and y'all go have fun.